yeah, shit. The dogs are in play mode.
Oh, are they?
Can you hear them?
Yeah.
That's my Cleo. She's like a pirate. She's like,
Yeah.
arr,
That's
arr, I'm a dog.
that's
Arr.
that's what I was doing every time Greed killed me last night.
Were you really?
Have you played with him for a long time?
um, I'd say a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he what's your thought there?
So, before I like played talked with him or whatever, I was like, yeah, okay, he's just one of the attackers, like whatever. And when I say that, it's like when I've come back to playing, I'm not as like angry about it anymore. I'm just like, whatever. Another hack star. Not pay. I'm just not even gonna pay attention to it. Like Moby's still like, I'm gonna go view his stuff. Like not him, but I'm gonna go view the hacker stuff. I'm like, whatever. Like I don't even care. Next game. And so I said something to him about it. I was like, so what is the story? Because the disconnect with him is that he's super communicative. He's a really nice guy. There's like no cursing. There's no ego. There's a disconnect. So I started
Right.
kind of paying attention, and as I became like more friendly with him, there's some interesting things there. Like first of all, he only uses a field of view of 75, which
But that's more than standard, right? Standard's
uh,
60, isn't it?
I don't think it is. I think it comes out at 75 because I don't think he even messed with it, because comp players traditionally play at 90. So like my field of view is 90.
Is that the default though?
No, I don't think it is, because if I remember correctly, with Black Ops 3, there was a big uproar when it came out because you couldn't set the FOV to 90. And so
Right.
people who had played comp in a lot of different games were having a hard time. They were actually getting kind of sick, like nauseated, because I don't know how to explain it. It was like, it's like, this isn't the right way to describe it, but it's kind of like having like a tunnel view when you're
Yeah,
used to
it's like
seeing
it
more.
makes it. It makes it. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's like yeah.
Like I had a hard time playing. So if you go back and watch some of his vids, he does. I mean, candidly, he does what you try to do better as it relates to score streaking. So he will hold that flag and camp like a motherfucking bitch to level the score streaks. And he also has told me, like, he's the type that he generally takes off the swarm and the dogs because that just pisses people off. So he's like, I'm here to have fun and whatever, and generally, depending upon who I go up against, I'll take it off because I don't want to empty the lobby. Like, there's just no point to that.
Yeah.
And when you think about like the hack stars, like they don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
There's
I see
something
what you
off.
mean, but okay, so what doesn't match up is his career stats versus what he's doing,
Correct, because he is, if I remember, we had this conversation. His KDR is lower than mine, and his career
and his
KDR.
and his win loss is like 0.5.
Yeah, and I think what he told me was and this was not in discussion with the hacking part, was there was a period of time where he was playing with a group of people where he was literally fucking around, like they were just laughing too much and chatting, and he was using kits that didn't fucking matter. And I forget what he said was when he started playing like more seriously. Because I've told him, I was like, well, what's the deal with, like, you're friends with Lana, misdemeanor. He's like, well, that's because they just added me. He's like, I haven't been friends with them long. And he's like, and I do know people think that they're hackers. And I was like, see, that's my challenge, because like anytime a hacker gets uncovered on my list, like I delete them. Like an example, and I gave him like the Wango example, where like when I started playing with Wango, frankly, he was a lot like playing with you, or like playing with Greed. You know, I mean, he seemed okay, like whatever. And then there were just too many things that went wrong, and I was like, no, mm-mm. And so I've been secretly kind of like watching Greed to see what the deal is.
Right.
And what I can tell you is he baits me like a bitch. I can tell you that if I've had him on Skype, and if I call something, if he is in the vicinity, he spins to that location. And I had asked him, I'm like, you know, why did you add me? Because I didn't add him. Like, I'm like, is it because I'm a girl? I have a voice. Like, he's like, I'm going to tell you straight, and you won't believe me. He said, the first couple times I played with you, it was 100% about the way that you call position. He's like, and I use all types of data to my advantage, and having you on my team is like a total advantage. He said, so he's like, yeah, sure, you have a cute voice. Yeah, your picture's cute. Awesome. He's like, but if I'm being really honest with you, that's not what it is. It's the fact that you call positions the way you do. So, like, it's just a weird, and I've been like, okay, well, now that we're playing more, like, is he not going to put up the numbers? You know, because, like, is he going to be like, oh, I don't want to upset this girl, so I won't turn the hacks on when she's here? And that doesn't stop him. I will tell you that there are times when I am on the other team where he decides that he's going to toy with me, and he pulls out a shield. And then his numbers go negative. So, of course, I made an RPG kit before I prestiged and, like, blew him up. It was hilarious. I had a great day just blowing the crap out of him. He was like, I did not expect that. I'm like, sure, because you've never seen me pull an RPG, because I literally just pulled it for the first time ever in playing this game. Because I didn't know until, like, last week that if a shield runs at you, you can RPG it. I did not know. I've been, like, concussing and dancing around the sides to take people down. I did not know an RPG will take it out. So I view it kind of the same way as I don't know, for instance, if you cheat unless I'm sitting on your lap and I've installed your computer. You know, people don't know if I'm cheating.
Well, you're definitely a hacker. I know for sure.
I would be fucking amazing if I was a hacker, dude. Let me tell you. No, I mean, he will stream if you want. You know, and I've told him, he's like, I will do whatever you want. And I'm like, yeah, but you could turn it off. You could curate a video so it doesn't look that way. He's like, all right. He's like, I guess that's a true statement. Like, I can't. He's like, so I'm just always going to be on that list. And I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I guess we'll see when BLOPS3 comes out. And then there's other people who, like, when I think of Greed, if I'm like, all right, if this guy's a hacker, then what the hell is Archangel?
That dude he's full of shit. And
There's
that
right there.
that IQ pity the fool, that guy's full of shit too.
But I've seen him go bad. You know?
Yeah, and then when he does, he leaves.
Yeah. Did you did I tell you the other day about what's his name? Speed Apple, whatever the fuck his name is.
Yeah, I was playing with him the other day when you guys were in, and I couldn't get in. Man, that dude is so bullshit with the wall hacks, man.
So get
He's
this.
out of hand.
So I don't know if it was when you were on the other team. I'd have to go back and watch the film. I don't think you were in yet, but we were on I don't know what is that map? It's not Takeover. What's the map with the FBI vans that has the holes in the very center up on the platform?
Detour.
Detour. Okay, so we were playing Detour, and I joined this lobby, and it's two mostly prefab teams. The one team is I don't think it was art, but it was like Suka Tainted and those guys, the kind of guys that are art guys. And then my team was Speedy, Vendetta, Illog. I don't remember. Somebody else that was prefab with them, and then Howie and me. And Cleo, stop. Here, go ahead, baby. And I get dumped onto Vendetta's team in the random. And so Vendetta's like, woo, we got Takora. Like, she's not going to let anybody touch the flag. And I'm like, all right, that's interesting, because I haven't really been playing hardcore defense, like, for a couple of months. But all right, whatever. And we're running. And when I join, Speedy is yapping at I forget who about how they're going down, they're going to take it up the ass, get the lube, like, you know, whatever, all that guy crap. And so now he's invested in the game. Cleo, no. So now he's super invested in the game. So I'm hanging back because Vendetta's kind of set an expectation that I'm going to be capping or defending. And they are basically, honest to God, I think they were like trolling mid. And I don't know if they were just trolling mid because that's what they do, or if they were trolling mid to try to get a numbers advantage before they ramped down to get the flag. Like, I have no idea what was going on. Hey. I'm telling you, if this... Okay, that's a nice play, Val. Very nice. You play nice. So, we're probably 2-3 minutes into the map at least, and I don't think we've touched the goddamn flag. Alright? So, I end up making my way up the one side, and as I come out in their base, no one's in the base. I run across to get the flag, and the guy from my team, Howie, is on the other side, like, at their flag. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to run to him because he'll follow me and I'll have coverage, right? Rather than running back blind where I don't know what's back there. So we make it, like, halfway up the
we have the enemy flag.
Thing, and somebody gets me.
Hardcore capture the flag.
And Speed Apple, or whatever the fuck his name is, starts screaming, thanks a lot, Howie and Takora, you just screwed up the whole game. You know, blah, blah, blah. And so Howie's like, whoa, wait a second, what did I do? And he's like, dude, you're supposed to stay to the right. And he kept bitching, and I hadn't said anything. And he said something else, and I was like, why don't you shut the fuck up and call a strat then? And he, like, I don't think he was expecting it. And he's like, I called right. And I'm like, no, you didn't. So he shut up, and he, you know, we ended up losing the whole map. But, like, at the time he's screaming this, like, there's still 5 minutes left in this round. He hasn't made a move to touch a flag or anything. You know, but, like, Howie and I have fucked everything up. So, he comes in, what was it, yesterday? Joins a map I'm in. And he's like, okay, everybody, Takora's here, so we're gonna have to, call the map. So we're gonna go to the right. It was on standoff. Meanwhile, doesn't he go left? Like, half the time I look at him, he's like middle or left, like not even following his own strat, like a fucking douchebag. High flapping. So I begin to outscore him, and now all of a sudden he has to leave. So he goes to leave, and instead of... Oh, this guy's saying you're a wall hack. Instead of... One more there. He doesn't just leave, he 999s.
Very speed?
Yeah. So I was telling Greed about it, and Greed's like, can I ask you a question about that? I'm like, yeah. He's like, when he left, did he disconnect?